One day, you'll tell the story of the summer that changed everything. A different city, new perspective, maybe even a different you. Odds are, it'll start with that flight you decided to take. This summer, Delta Airlines is flying its largest European network ever, with nearly 30 destinations, including Nice and Sardinia. Your next chapter could start with one flight. Book your own European journey with Delta at delta.com.
When you join Sam's Club, you get way more than you'd expect. You don't just get value. You get insider tips from fellow members. You don't just pick up a pizza. You actually vote on its toppings. Bacon crumbles. You don't just visit the club, because with the Sam's Club app, everywhere can be the club. You don't just shop the latest finds. You find your people. And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Come join us. Sam's Club.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hi, Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to another episode of Dumpster Dive with me, Tom Hamlet. I am thrilled to be here today to dive into the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, Roaring Twenties. It's going to be a great recap. I had a great time watching this. It's really nostalgic to see all of our favorite people back. Well, I wouldn't say all of my favorite people. Some of my favorite people back on TV again together. Before we get into that, a couple logistical notes for everyone. We are chatting a lot of 20th anniversary Housewives things this month. So I had an interview drop with Danny Pellegrino on Monday. That was part one of like a 5 or 6 part series with a lot of different Bravo creators and Bravo fans about what their favorite and most underrated moments in Bravo history are, whether that's trips, Housewives, franchises, seasons, all of that. So coming up, I have an interview that's dropping with Blair Saki. She's a wonderful comedian, one of my favorite comedians out there doing it these days. So go follow Blair. That episode will be out Monday. And then we also have an episode coming out with the Smith sisters, all 3 of them, as well as an interview with Ronnie Karam from Watch What Crappens. So lots of great creators coming by the dumpster to tell me and you what is their most underrated and what's their most adequately hyped season, franchise, wife, trip, meme, all of that. But let me know what y'all's are too. I posted a reel online about it, and I would love to see you guys engage with that, or just send me a DM or an email or a message. I love hearing whatever y'all have to say. I love engaging with everyone, so please check that out. And then a reminder, if you want to support the show monetarily, you can subscribe to the Patreon or become a member on YouTube. The $4.99 tier at both places gets you an ad-free early access video and audio. And then on the Patreon, there is an audio-only tier, which is just $1.99. So go check those things out if you have the cash to do so. And then lastly, if you don't have the cash to do so, like me, I'm here with you. Just share the show somewhere, give a rating, give a review, and tell your friends about Dumpster Dive. I'm trying to get this show really off the ground so it can be my job and I can make this content even better and better every single week that goes by, every episode. But yeah, thanks you guys. It's been a really great last couple weeks with the rebrand of the show, with my new podcast network that I've joined. There's just a lot of exciting things going on, and I wouldn't be able to do any of it without y'all. So I just want to give a big thank you to all of you. And lastly, if you do have a little extra cash, there is a $15 tier on both the YouTube platform as well as Patreon, and it gets you all of those things, but you get your name read at the end of every episode. So that's an option as well. We'll get to that later on. But today we're here to dive into the Ultimate Girls Trip episode 1. I want to start off by saying I am mostly loving this. This episode was great until it became dark. And we'll get there. But I worry for the future of the Real Housewives of Orange County. That's all I'm going to say about that for now. But let's dive in. So we start off with kind of this flashback video of all of the ladies at Bluestone Manor. That is going to be the finale episode. All the ladies at Bluestone Manor dancing and kind of reflecting on their times on Housewives. And our core group of girls, we got Giselle, we got Portia, we got Vicky, we got Teresa, Lisa, Kyle, and Luann. That's our group of girls. And dear friend of the pod, Chris DeRosa, he is a producer on a lot of different reality shows. He's currently, field produced this season of Project Runway that's airing. And then he produced this season of Ultimate Girls Trip. And he was telling me that this is not crazy information, but just that they filmed this in such a quick amount of time. It was like go, go, go. So shout out to the production team, because the logistics to get all these ladies together, their flights, their stays, get the cameos, get everyone mic'd, get everyone fighting, it is so much logistical work. I just have to give a huge shout out to that team, because truly, like, props to y'all. Props to you, Chris. I know that you're a small part of a larger machine there, but every part of that machine is working at all cylinders, because this is a crazy undertaking doing this Ultimate Girls Trip. So we start off with a scene in Atlanta. Now I need a tin hat. I'm going to throw on my tin hat for a second, guys. Was this scene filmed chronologically? Was it? Because I don't know. I don't know. Part of me thinks that filming went so well when they were in Atlanta for like that segment of episodes that they were like, you know what? We should go back and film a pickup intro with Portia and Nene, because everyone's so excited that Nene is back on Bravo. And I think that might have been the case here. There's something about it that doesn't feel like it was the first time Nene and Portia had been reunited. And maybe it's just like they're those type of friends where it just is, you just go back to normal immediately when you see each other. I don't know, but there's something off about it to me. Not off, like it was a great scene, but there was just something off in the way that I just hadn't heard that there was a scene filmed with the two of them. And I think because we're in such a good place seemingly now with Nene, that it felt like the right move to have them film an additional scene. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might be going crazy. But yeah, I thought that. And then Nene, she shows up in a Birkin with all of her quotes on it. And these aren't even all the quotes. And that's the thing that I find so incredible about Nene, is that she can show up in a costume with every quote she's ever said, and there's still 30 more quotes that didn't make the cut. That's her impact on Housewives. I mean, her impact on the internet is truly immeasurable. Her impact on white gay culture is insane. Truly. Like, I was listening to a great interview that Ira Madison did with Jay Jordan on Ira's show Feedback, and he was talking about how, like, without Nene, a lot of white gay references wouldn't even be in existence. Like, that's how far her reach went, And white gays like to make black women their personality, and it's something that can be sometimes a little bit crazy. I mean, I love the black women that on my shows and in my life, but I try to make sure that we're not always just quoting, memeing black women, because one thing about the white gays, they love to pull from black vernacular. So without Nene, we wouldn't even have the white gays running around town saying bloop, saying not a white refrigerator. So shout out to Nene, though. Your impact on the culture is immeasurable. And also, Carlos and Dustin Ross did a recent episode of Carlos's podcast about what's it called, the Reality King or King of Reality, whatever it's called. Carlos and Dustin Ross were chatting, and they were talking about what is the franchise that put Housewives on the map. And Carlos had an incredible argument for the reason that it is Atlanta. New York and OC like to have these conversations about that they were the ones to make Housewives. Atlanta, in the words of Carlos King, and I agree with him, was the first show to pull in the black audience while maintaining the white audience. So we already took an audience that was massive from OC and from New York. And now all of a sudden we've added in a whole new demographic of Bravo audience members, the black audience. And so with those combined, I mean, the show was truly unstoppable. I think so many more white people watched Atlanta then than they do now, even for some reason, which is crazy to me because I think the show is really fantastic right now. But Atlanta really made it so Vicky could have a job still. Atlanta made it so Luann could continue to have a job. Like, without Atlanta, Housewives could have probably continued on, but maybe I think had a little bit less of an impact in the culture. With Atlanta on the lineup, and New Jersey, honestly, in its own right, it elevated all of the other franchises. I come from the thought that is like, when I win, we win, or when you win, we win. You know, like as a unit, as like when my friends win, it's a win for all of us because it's just elevating all of us to like the next tier in our lives, right? I think it's crazy to think that like one person continues to move up while the rest of us stay here. And sometimes I think Vicky has that mindset. Vicky has this mindset that because she started it, when her wins are only hers and not the franchise at large. Where I think that, you know, Portia, for instance, comes at this with such a level head. She's just kind of like, I'm just happy to be a part of a group of strong women. I'm happy to be a part of this group that continues to level up. Where Vicky is so just like Republican. I'm sorry. It's such a Republican mindset to be like, me, only me. I will go far, and wherever you go, that's your business. So I just find it really, really interesting to hear like Vicky and all of them talk about who's had the largest impact on these shows. And I have to agree with our beloved Carlos King that it's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. So Portia's talking to Nene about who all is going to be on the trip. And y'all, we had just the most hilarious moment where she's going through everyone. And Nene generally likes everyone, specifically really, really loves Kyle and Vicky because she started this with them. Portia mentions Luann, and Nene says, I know Luann, honey. I know Luann, honey. Honey.
Bonjour, compadre. It's the
Priceline Negotiator.
How do I negotiate so many great travel deals? My greatest gadget, the Priceline app. It's got hotel deals, flight deals, rental car deals, all of those deals in a bundle. Deals, game day deals, concert trip deals. No one deals more deals than Priceline. Hold your horses, there's more. The app lets you filter hotels by neighborhood, vibe, star level, and amenities like pools and spas and beachfronts and... Wait, I'm not done. Stop cutting me off.
Priceline.
Every mile matters, whether you're driving your dream car or your daily commuter. The Mobil 1 team knows that. It's why we created Mobil 1 Advanced Clean Motor Oil. It cleans your engine in one oil change and helps extend engine life, delivering performance, protection, and cleanliness for vehicles of all ages. All to help keep your engine running like new, whatever you're driving. Visit mobil1.com/advancedclean to learn more.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hello.
Look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
The Devil Wears Prada 2 is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
We are digital, we are downloadable, we are streamable.
The fashion event of the year is certified fresh.
Pull yourself together, we have work to do.
Critics say it's smart and witty and the perfect sequel.
That's all.
Get runway ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2 on Disney Plus and Hulu. Rated PG-13.
I wrote on my notes, I think that's how everyone talks about Luann. Everyone's like, I know Luann. Because everyone has a Luann story. Y'all, I have a Luann story. I know we have a lot of new listeners here. I'll tell my Luann story at a later point. Maybe when we get a more Luann-centric episode on Girls Trip. But my Luann story is good because I spent a whole day with her and we fought. So that's a little teaser. I promise I'll tell you guys, for those that don't know, a little bit later on in my Ultimate Girls Trip recaps. But we also get a clip package of all of Nene's greatest moments, and she's just perfect, y'all. She's a perfect reality star. Put her in the pantheon. We need a reality television museum. When's that going to happen? Not just Bravo. Like, I want a greater, large-scale reality television museum. In there, we need Nene and Tiffany Pollard. We need like art pieces that tribute to their memes. Like Natalie Nunn. Who else? Who else could be up there? Parvati Shallow. Like just all of the greats, and mostly women. I'm going to go with mostly women, and mostly women of color, if we're going to be honest, right? We need that. And Nene belongs up in that pantheon. But we'll get back to Nene in a couple weeks. She is going to come back for, I think, a couple episodes when they're in Atlanta. I believe they're in Atlanta for 2 episodes. So I'm looking forward to that. But this episode starts in the OC. So we're going OC and then Beverly Hills, and then we'll go down to Atlanta, and then I think Miami, and then we'll go to New York, and then the Berkshires. I'm not sure if that sequence is exactly perfect, but something like that. But we're starting in OC because that is where it all began. We get a clip package of Vicky's iconic moments, as well as Kyle and Luann. Kyle is talking about how she's the most consecutive seasoned housewife of all time, and she's surprised by that, and I am as well. I have a theory that at the end of this, and this was a theory going on online, so I guess it's not my theory, but I'm kind of co-signing it, that at the end of this special, at Ultimate Girls Trip, Kyle will reveal that she is not coming back to Beverly Hills because they haven't started filming Beverly Hills yet. I think they're going to start filming after something happens on Ultimate Girls Trip. It's my thought. It's my thought, guys. Lou says that, you know, she's really just Lou from Connecticut, like J-Lo's from the hood. I can't believe we're saying the hood in 2026. And of course, it's coming out of cabaret singer chain-smoking Luann. She's fully transformed into Elaine Stritch, right? Are we all seeing that? Like, she was trying to be like wellness goddess and pretend to be sober for a while. And now she's fully like chain-smoking, martinied up Elaine Stritch. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh. Like, that's where we're at with Luann now. And I like it. I like it. I just need to acknowledge where we've been. Because remember when she was on a wellness journey? She also, y'all, she did this interview with New York Mag. And it says, the title of the interview is, Luann could drink you under the table. Luann could drink you under the table. Once again, Wellness Luann is a wrap. It's a wrap on Wellness Luann. Then we get Vicky. So they all arrive at this like hotel that's somewhere in Newport Beach on the water. And Vicky gifts everyone with gift bags. Now, you know, Vicky on this season of OC, which I find nearly unwatchable. It's really tough to get through. It's a really hard 20th season. And it's starting to make me worry that it's time to take OC out to pasture. I don't know if they ever really will, because I do think the ratings on OC continue to be good against all odds, because there's a large white Republican fan base that wants to see what these MAGA ladies are up to. But I don't know, y'all. There's a sadness that Vicky's bringing to everything. And there's a storyline on OC right now that she's like Debbie Downer, and that's really pissed her off. But I think the reason it's pissed her off is because it's true. She has a sadness. Do you guys feel this? Like, I feel just an overwhelming sense of like dread with her. There's dread. But about what? Is it just about getting older? I mean, need we not forget her first tagline on Real Housewives, season 1 of OC goes, "I don't want to be old." That is literally her first tagline. And so maybe it's kind of like life imitating art in a way, where like that tagline has wrapped around and she's feeling her age and she's scared. And maybe that is what it is. And now that I say that, I feel a little bad, but in the end, I think she's kind of not a good person. So, that's kind of my thought there. But she has a sadness with these women. Like, she's trying to have fun and everyone's like, "Are you good, girl?" And also, I just don't think she can hang with the likes of Portia, Giselle, and Luann. Like, specifically the three of them have a real palpable star quality that transcends their shows. Teresa is good on her show. I don't know that Teresa's always like a star in other formats. And then Lisa Barlow, I don't really even think she should have been on this television show. I like her on Salt Lake City for what she is, but I don't think she needed to be on Ultimate Girls Trip. I think we could have foregone having a Salt Lake City wife, and if we had one, I would have put Mary on here, probably. Mary, or I guess I can't wholeheartedly say Heather. I can't. I'm gonna have to go Mary. But Vicky gives everyone gift bags. In these gift bags, we have a Vicky snore machine that you press when someone's being boring. Now, Vicky, can we press it on you? Can we press the snore machine button on you? Because I think you might have a mental breakdown if I press the snore machine button on your ass. Because you've been boring my ass this whole episode. We also get life insurance paperwork. This was a real lull. And then lastly, we get a Kodo hat. Now, guys, I have a Kodo hat. Should I go get it? Okay, hold please. Okay, I'm in my Kodo hat. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube, you should check that out so you can see me in my Kodo hat. One of my dear, dear besties, Allison, got me this for my birthday this year. And I have to say, it's pretty good. It's more of like I feel like this is a hat I should wear like when I'm like golfing maybe. But I don't golf, so that's that. But shout out to Kodo Insurance. May everyone live long lives, and if you don't, may your family get all the money in the world. And then they also let's see what else is on here. Oh, when she gives out her life insurance packet, she is like, "We're all gonna die one day." And Luann, in her confessional, she goes, "I was expecting a lei or some suntan lotion." A lei? We're not in Hawaii. What do you mean? Why would she give a lei out? That really made me laugh. And then everyone goes to their rooms to get ready for this yacht trip. So Lisa and Teresa meet up before they get on the yacht, and they're talking about Lueve, and Teresa can't say Lueve. She's like, Louis Rulis? That's my husband, Louis. No, Lueve. Lueve Rulis? That's my husband, Lueve. Portia and Giselle look absolutely stunned. And everyone looks like they're going to a different place. Vicky is in a leather, like, dress suit. Something. I'm like, what is this? What's all this then? What is this? And as they get into the car, we get an iconic, everyone's like talking about their looks, and someone compliments someone on their nails, and Portia goes, I don't wear long nails anymore. And then Giselle goes, oh, because you know. And I almost fell out. If Vicky had understood that the reason Portia doesn't have long nails is because her fingers be all up in some lady all the time, Vicky would have fallen out. I think she really would have passed away. She would have passed away, and her life insurance policy would have been stellar for her family, because I don't think she really messes with the gays. I think she pretends she does, but in reality, she didn't want to know about that. She does not want to know about that. And then we get sorry, I'm going through my notes. We get this hilarious moment where they're like pulling up to the yacht, and a confessional with Lisa Barlow where she goes, you know, you can really tell when you look around that like dinosaurs were here. Like dinosaurs lived here in Newport Beach. I just know it. I just know dinosaurs were here. It just kind of gives like pterodactyl land. Pterodactyl land. Lisa, keep doing you, Lisa. Then we get onto the boat, and they have this fun little hijinks. We've got cardboard cutouts of everyone's season 1 photos, and we get a hilarious commentary from Giselle, where Giselle goes, Vicky, you look, you had bangs. She almost eviscerates her for her old face, and then realizes that Vicky herself will absolutely jump off a boat, Natalie Wood style, into the middle of the ocean if Giselle comes for her. So she decides to keep it cute. Teresa says the only thing she had done was her nose, and to that I say, I'm going to need to see the receipts. I need to see some receipts. Now, is Teresa saying like the only non-injectable was her nose? Because she has so much lip filler. Her lips are huge. That's not menopause. Menopause doesn't give you Lisa Rinna lips. And then they do shots, and, you know, I just said Luana's back on the sauce. Look at her doing shots at dive bars. You know, she's saddled up to a dive bar every weekend with her bandmates doing shots of JMO in picklebacks. But everyone goes around the table. Giselle asks for everyone's most iconic moment. Vicky mentions that one of her first iconic moments was when she crashed the college dorm room of her son and then did a keg stand. And I have to agree that was a good moment. Kyle says hers is running away from the fight in Amsterdam. Yeah. Kyle doesn't have that many like iconic moments that aren't incredibly dark. All of Kyle's moments have to do with utter darkness, whether that's calling her sister an alcoholic or running away from her sister getting in a near fist fight with Lisa Rinna. It's always running away or fighting, you know? It's never like, God, Kyle, you really made me laugh. It's never that. Lisa, she says her most iconic moment is her hot mic moment. I think she should have gone with something light, like Baby Gorgeous. Like, that was not good. I can't believe you're like electing to relive the moment where you on the mic said that Meredith has fucked half of New York City. That's what you want to relive? I don't know. This was just kind of crazy to me. Portia says she says anything with her and Kenya was iconic. So they entered into the show in season 5 and made iconic television immediately. And then the Kenya megaphone moment is brought up on season 6 reunion, and that was when they got in that fight. Giselle has kind of a weird one. She says that she sat in the middle seat at Karen's birthday because Karen was late, and it made Karen mad. And that was when she knew Potomac was a Real Housewives franchise. I kind of disagree with that. I think there's a lot other. I liked when Giselle goes, Karen, you look like you're ready to walk around.
Ouch. This knee is killing me, but I can't stop training. The marathon is in 2 weeks.
Let's get on ZocDoc and find a doctor to take a look at that for you.
Okay.
Here's a review. Dr. Craddock really takes his time.
No, I don't have time.
What about Dr. Charles? His patients say he can help find a quick fix, and he's in network.
Great, now we're talking. Book it.
Booked. 1 mile down, 19 to go.
Bring it on.
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop!
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
Everyone says Teresa's iconic moment is obvious. Of course, the table flip. And Lou brings up "Don't be all uncool." I would actually say her most iconic moment is "Don't let it be about Tom." But that is kind of incredibly dark. That or "She's starting. Vicky then, Teresa dives into her arrest and everything that went down with signing the faulty mortgage papers. And Vicky just starts coming for her. She's like, "You have to know where the money is. You have to know where the money is. You have to know where the money is." And it's like, girl, shut up. Shut up. She's not in prison anymore. It's over. That era of her life is over. So I don't know why we're still living in this moment of going through Teresa's finances. Now, if Vicky learns about Louis Rulis, what's his name? I can't remember his last name. It's like Rula, but with an S. If she learns about Louis, I know Vicky's going to be bug-eyed and freaking out because she doesn't understand how people make money these days. I think it baffles her that people make money off of marketing, multi-level marketing scandals, essentially. And Louis is just someone who seems to invest in things, but does he ever actually have ideas? He has influencer marketing companies. All of that feels very not above board, allegedly, to me. So, and then the conversation, happens about New York versus OC. We kind of already talked about this. And then Portia says that Atlanta put Housewives on the map. And she says to Vicky that, Vicky, you maybe opened the door, but we kicked down the door once that door was up. And it's pretty savage of a read. And Vicky doesn't really understand it. God bless her soul. And then the ladies have a little dance party and they're doing shots and twerking and having a good time. A lot of these ladies can't dance. Seeing Lisa Barlow seeing Lisa Barlow try and twerk is it's tough. It's tough to see, to be honest with you. But she rises, and Kyle is over here just doing the splits and shaking ass like she does. And Portia says that Kyle is a rideaholic. I don't know about that, Portia. Does Portia know that Kyle also likes to dabble in the French fry? In the French fry sex? Does she know that? Let's see. I want Portia to learn that. I hope she can. And maybe help Kyle realize that she can be full-fledged French fry if she wants to. But the ladies head back from their yacht trip and they get ready to go to the Quiet Woman for a bunko night where they're going to reunite with some of OC's most iconic, allegedly, cast members. Giselle is in this Michael Jackson the movie wig. I don't know what is happening here. She looks insane. And she's already starting to spread some drama, and this is why we love Giselle. Giselle is perfect at this type of behavior. She starts to say because Vicky said on the boat when cameras were down, I guess, that she loves Tamra, but she can't totally trust her once the cameras are up because she never knows what's actually going to come out of her mouth, which, to be honest, I think that's a pretty accurate read on Tamra. I think she is a bit of a wild card. You don't really know what she's going to be up to once she has a mic on and a camera's on her. So I love to see Giselle starting something. And yeah, I just said Giselle looks absolutely insane. And then a blue family van shows up and they all got to get in it. And these ladies are like, I don't sit in carpeted cars. And I love that Portia was like, come on, let's get in. It's cozy. It'll be a quick drive. And this is why I love Portia. She's just always down. She's always down to clown. And, you know, the family van moment is a great moment of old school reality television. I just am struggling to care about Vicky's iconography anymore. And I hate to say that. I think it's just her energy about it. She doesn't look back on it with like, I can't believe that happened. How crazy was that? And tell me about your shows. She looks back on it being like, you would be nowhere without that van showing up in my parking lot. And it's like, that's not true. Like, I don't really understand this mentality of like, it's just me. It's just me that can win and not everyone else. I just don't really understand it. It's just a very Republican mindset, to be honest with you. It really is. So they head over to the Quiet Woman for a bunko party. So the OC housewives that are at this, we have Gina Keogh, Joe De La Rosa, Tamra, Shannon, and Heather. That's it. We didn't have anyone else. I was surprised that Emily and Gina didn't come. I was surprised. I wish we'd gotten a Lynn Curtin. Where's Lynn Curtin? I want to see a Lynn Curtin cuff. Can we get a Lynn Curtin cuff, please? I just wanted a little bit old school. Like I wanted Alexis Bellino there. Alexis Bellino bothers me, but get her there. This is where she belongs. Gretchen, we don't need that. But speaking of Gretchen, this is where the episode took a wild, dark turn. And that is that Vicky spends, I would say, the last 20 minutes of the episode reminiscing on Slade and Gretchen being absolute nightmares to her and bullying her for the way she looks. And that was the reason the bunko party went off the way it did in season, I think it was 7 or 8 of Housewives of Orange County. Now, Gretchen isn't on this show. She's not on Ultimate Girls Trip. Should she have been? I mean, I can see an argument for being like, she should come. She was an integral part of the early seasons, but she's not there. And it's really weird for this season to be such a celebratory moment of the franchise, of all the memories, all the memes, all the drama, and you spend, Vicky, the original housewife, you claim, all of this time talking about how wronged you were by being called Miss Piggy in OC by Slade, who is a loser. Slade's a loser. Why are we spending this much energy investing in talking about his name? Also, he's one of those people that the more you talk about him, the more power he has. Like all of a sudden, he's so powerful because you've just spoken so much shit about him. Like now he can go and do a podcast episode about it. Now he can go do like all of this nonsense. And it's like, I don't really understand the like reasoning behind like bringing him up. It gives him too much power. He doesn't have a job, Slade, allegedly. He gets off on being like Z-list famous, and you've just given him more clout in that realm. So it's really bizarre. And all of them are very taken aback by the energy Vicky's bringing to this party. Like everyone, Giselle and Portia are like, what is this? And seeing Tamra with like this larger group of girls, you really realize that like she's not as iconic as she thinks she is. She is really good in the confines of her show. And that's okay. Like we all have our shows. We could all not last. I couldn't last a minute on some of these shows. But like Tamra kind of crowns herself as like this like bitch and queen bee of OC and like fire starter and villain. But seeing her next to people who have like real star quality, like Giselle, Portia, and Luann, I'm sorry, she just doesn't have that it factor that the other ladies have. And seeing them react to how Tamra just like, and Tamra and Shannon both just like scream and how they're just like, I really want to win bunko. It's like all the other girls are like, can y'all shut up? Please shut up. I don't know. I felt deeply for Giselle, Portia, Kyle, and Luann, who are all sitting there like, I know these white blonde ladies are not being for real right now. I did love seeing Gina Keogh. Shout out to Gina. She is dealing with a really terrible breast cancer diagnosis currently. So sending love to Gina. I'm happy to see her in the mix. She really was the first housewife. Scott Dunlop, who produced season 1 of OC and is one of the people that's like most integral in the creation of the Housewives franchise at large, based the show around Gina and her family. So Gina really was the first housewife. Vicky was the one who stayed on the longest, but you know, that's the lore, allegedly. Joe also, it's good to see Joe. I don't see why Joe just isn't a friend of on OC. I think she would be good for it, honestly. And then I wrote Shannon's bitch ass shows up. I'm over Shannon, y'all. Shannon needs to get off this show. She is such a stick in the mud. She clearly has, I mean, the things continue to come out about how she's an absolute terror to work with. You have to believe at some point that like, has she just always been the problem? I am, if nothing, going to always support the woman first, okay? I'm always here to support the woman first. But when so many people have said how terrible she is to be around and work with, you start to wonder if she is the common denominator of a problem in a lot of her tumultuous friendships, relationships, all of that. Professional fallouts, things like that. Like, your mind just goes places. So I really, really need her to maybe just not be on this show anymore. So she shows up, and then Giselle puts on her producer hat and says, baby, it's time. It's time to make history. So Giselle starts to plant seeds about Tamra and Shannon not getting along. Why do they not like each other? And let's facilitate some drama. Meanwhile, that's happening. Vicky goes up and does this speech about Slade and Gretchen and how terrible they were to her. She's also Vicky's in this. They're all in 80s outfits, and Vicky's in this really crazy wig and dress. And Luann says, "Oh, she looks like Phil Spector." And then Vicky gets up to give her speech, and Luann's like, "He's the pig. He's the pig. Here's to the ladies who lunch. Everybody laugh." Luann is taking me out. She is taking me out. It's honestly getting me excited for the Golden Life, which I wasn't going to watch, and now I think I'm going to. I hate to say it. And you know, Luann takes the photo of Slade because they want to do like a seance to like rid the room of Slade and Gretchen's energy. And Luann is like, fuck this. And she takes the picture and slams it against the Quiet Woman table, and the picture shatters. And I love to see it. And all these ladies are like, they're like, oh, no, you shattered a picture of the Quiet Woman. That is the Quiet Woman. Like, y'all, relax. It's a TJ Maxx picture frame. The Quiet Woman will be fine. Shannon's been belligerent, dropping glassware all over the ground here at the Quiet Woman. I'm positive everything will be fine. I just wrote the OC people are very loud. And then, yeah, this is where Miss Giselle. I just called her Aunt Giselle. I don't know why I just did that. She's giving Aunt Giselle in this episode with this wig. She just gives like your elder messy aunt. She's just giving that. That was a Freudian slip. But Aunt Giselle, she is like, so Shannon, I want to know, do y'all hate each other? And then Tamra and Shannon just get into it. And a lot of it has to do with the drinking. I never like when we talk about the drinking problems. I don't think it's really that. The thing is, like, is it really that helpful to address it like that in front of cameras? It's not going to make Shannon stop drinking, sadly. Is that bad to say? Was that too mean? I just, I don't know. That's just my general issue here. But I, love to see Giselle start something. And Vicky also gets in the mix because Tamra and Vicky have the conversation about how Vicky doesn't trust Tamra and that Giselle brought that on. And then that kind of wraps up the episode. Like, it was like a great episode for the first 40 minutes. And then I did feel like we lost some steam in the last bit because of Vicky's seance to Gretchen and Slade. So all that to say, I'm really excited. I'm having a good time. I really am having a good time, enjoying myself watching these ladies be the ridiculous presences they are. Shout out to Kodo Insurance. If you're on the YouTube, you can see my hat. And I just, I'm happy to be celebrating these women. Reminder, we're doing a ton of different celebrations all month long, celebrating 20 years of Housewives here on Dumpster Dive. Had an interview with Danny Pellegrino. I have one with Blair Saki coming up. The Smith sisters will be coming around to chat about their Housewives moments. Ronnie Karam, and many more. So really excited for y'all to hear all of that. If you want to subscribe to the Dumpster Dive Patreon, go to patreon.com/dumpsterdivepod. There you can go and support the show with your cash dollars, but I also don't hold it against you if you can't do that. Rate the show, review the show. That's a great free way to support me. And if you're a YouTube girl, check out the YouTube at youtube.com/dumpsterdivepod. That's where all the video for the show lives now. And that is where you can also become a member and get the same benefits that you get on the Patreon. Now, I wanted to give a big shout out to all of my Patreon members who continue to support the show on the Trash Philanthropist level. That is the $15 tier. We have Dad. That's my father. Marion. That's my mother. Andrew, Barbara, Kayla, Andrew, Brandon, and Wendy. Thank you guys so much for all of your continued support of the show. I love you so much. And I will see y'all for some more recaps this week. Bye.
Ouch. This knee is killing me, but I can't stop training. The marathon is in 2 weeks.
Let's get on ZocDoc and find a doctor to take a look at that for you.
Okay.
Here's a review. Dr. Craddock really takes his time.
No, I don't have time.
What about Dr. Charles? His patients say he can help find a quick fix, and he's in network.
Great, now we're talking. Book it.
Booked. 1 mile down, 19 to go.
Bring it on.
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
Athletic Brewing Company crafts award-winning non-alcoholic beers for those who want to be part of every round. With over 185 flavor awards, they're exceptional NA beers that fit your lifestyle and any social occasion. Summer's full of good times, and Athletic fits right in. Go to athleticbrewing.com to have brews delivered to your door, or find them at a bar, restaurant, or store near you. Near beer. Athletic Brewing Company. Fit for all times.
Hi, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. Are you looking for a beach read this summer? May I suggest your big wireless bill? It's got suspense, mystery, a slightly flat, emotional arc, and a shocking twist where you realize you've been overpaying the entire time. Fortunately, though, Mint's story is better. Every plan, $15 a month. Even unlimited. That's it. Happy ending. Zero tears. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either gonna be okay.
No, stop!
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.
Are you looking for a new favorite podcast? Are you looking for a podcast about movies? Are you looking for a podcast that strictly covers 80s, 90s, 2000s movies? Are you looking for a podcast that's going to be doing movies like So I Married an Axe Murderer, Hot Tub Time Machine, Grandma's Boy, and Ghost? Well, then you just found it. Tune in to The Confused Breakfast wherever you get your podcasts.